This is NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
Joining us today on Motorheads, we have a very special guest, someone who's doing one of his first interviews in this new role that he has taken on, the President of BMW Group India, Vikram Pawah. It's wonderful to see you.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
I mean, you're no stranger to us, of course, Vikram, but like I said, in this role, we're doing this officially for the first time. So thank you for your time. And it's an exciting time as well because, you know, it's all happening. I mean, not just from the perspective of BMW India itself, but also the market, you know, policy. There's so much 2017 promises, and a lot of that has unfolded already. So how's it been? I mean, your first few days?
I think it's been really fantastic. You know, what I feel like it's really exciting when I'm joining BMW Group India, taking on the reins as the president. You know, steering the direction for our three brands that we have: the BMW brand, the Mini brand, and the Motorrad, the new addition to our family. Really looking forward to steering that business in India. And you're right, India is a happening place, you know, a dynamic place. We're seeing a lot of action right now in India. And also internally, when I look at it, you know, BMW Group worldwide just completed 100 years last year. And we're just steering our direction for the next 100. We are calling it the strategy number 1 next. So great time to really learn that and adapt that in India. And India also, we just completed 10 years of operations. It was in March 2007 when we set up our plant. And we are 10 years old now. So again, great milestone to join the company. Looking forward to setting up the next 10 years. We've got a great strategy in place for that now, actually.
You know, it's interesting that you mentioned what's happening globally because I know you will not talk about the competition, but I can. So we saw this massive transformation, which nobody really saw coming, even with Daimler. I mean, you know, in terms of product portfolio, offensive, and things like that. And everybody's now talking about the same thing happening at BMW after a bit of a, well, you can call it a lull period, perhaps. It's not like the products weren't there, but now, you know, we've heard Kruger talking about just this slew of products, like an onslaught between now and 2020. Are you going to be as aggressive, bringing a lot of that energy into India?
So before I answer on the product part, let me take you back on our strategy right now, where we're up to, right? So let's step back. You know, when we started in 2007, I think at that time, what we call as the premium car industry was hardly 2,000 or 2,500 units at that time, right? We came in, we set a great foundation between 2007 and 9. You know, we set a great dealer network, we brought in the products, we started creating the market for premium cars. Between the period 2010 and 12, we got into our strategy of growth and leadership. Really, that's where we grew the market and created this market of premium cars. Then we got into that mode where we said, okay, now is the time for us to consolidate a little bit, and let's get with a sustainable growth and profitability strategy. So between 2013 and 16, that's where we were at. From 2017 onwards, we've taken a conscious decision. Now we're going to be putting on a strategy for the next 2 or 3 years, which will basically say we have the power to lead, okay? And it's just not words, right? And it's not also about, you know, typically what people will interpret. Yeah, people, what they'll interpret it as. They'll interpret it as, all right, okay, you want to be doing this number by this time. No, it's not that. It's actually about a mindset. What we're talking about is, you know, anything we do in this industry, in this premium car industry, we want to make sure that we are the best and we are the benchmark. You know, be it our products, be it our technology, be it our dealer network, our customer engagement, right? Anything we do in terms of any kind of association with any set of prospective customer or curating platform, we want to be number 1. And obviously that leads to obviously things like, you know, in our profit, we want to be the best. In volume, we want to be the best. Having said that, the aim is not to fight and aim at only number 1. I think if I look at India, you know, what are we talking about? 35,000 units in the premium car segment? What is that? 1.5–2% of the total car industry, right? Look at any other country which is comparable, 5%.
At least.
10%,
yeah.
Right? So that's the framework we are talking about. That's the headroom we've got in India to grow. So being a leader for us, power to lead also means that we want to create this market again as we did way back in, you know, the period of 7 to 12. So we're back again, right? You're right, we are here. And we have a great plan set up in terms of how we become stronger. So first we are looking at, as a company, let's become as a stronger company. So I spoke about the culture. Power to lead is the mindset we are doing. You saw a GST campaign, fastest, right, to get on with it. That's the kind of things we are talking about. We are a performance brand. We're going to be doing that more and more. We're going to be out there very quickly. That's what our customers expect us to be.
But do we interpret that as BMW in India now becoming aggressive once again, or is that not the right word?
I don't think aggressive is the right word. So power to lead is, like I said, it's a mindset about behaving like a leader. And what does the leader do? A leader does responsible things. And that's what we intend to do. So this was purely a responsible move. We knew the taxes were coming down, and so did the customers. We wanted to be transparent with our customers very clearly. We wanted them to have a hassle-free purchase experience. We didn't want them to wait till later. Why should they? They've already taken so much of time in making the decision, right? Why should they wait another month? So we are doing that benefit, passing on straight away. We are not getting the benefit as yet. We'll get it later, but that's fine. For our customers, we are happy to give that. And that's what for us is like behaving like a leader, really.
So is that it sounds like a bit of a flippant question, but is that a marketing hit you take then as a brand, or?
No, I don't think it's a marketing one. It's like delivering value to our customers. So we're pretty much, you look at the history of BMW.
Customers are happy, of course, but what
obviously,
I mean is, as a company.
But that's what the customers expect. So look at the 100 years of history of BMW Group. Like, what have we been doing? We've been defining the future of mobility. We've been delivering value to our customers, right? And this is exactly what we intend to do in India as well. So first, we start delivering value the way they expect us to. And this is a very small example, obviously. This is not the main part of the strategy. The strategy involves increasing our investment in India, right? So we are upping our investment in India to 12.5 billion rupees now in this year, all right? We're looking at a dealer network. So as a leader, I'm not going to announce that we're going to expand our dealer network by 40%, no. What I'm going to say is that I have 30 towns today. I have a footprint of 63 touch points. I'm going to take it to 70. I'm going to be reasonable about it. I want to do it in a viable, profitable way, because I think that is what is required in India.
70 across how many cities?
So it'll be 33 cities by the end of, by 2018.
So it means increasing outlets within existing cities as well.
Existing as well, because touch points we need to increase. We need to get to more and more people. But I'm not going to be limited to those cities itself. So we have this concept about BMW Mobile Studio. Yeah. Right, you've seen that, it's a fantastic showroom that actually gets set up in a particular city.
Good outreach.
Yeah, it's a perfect outreach. So this year, we're going to get to 50 cities in top of those 30 cities. So actually, my reach is in 80 cities this year. And we keep on expanding as we go along. We'll set up more dealerships as the volumes grow.
As you need to, yeah.
Exactly. Let's be responsible about it. Let's not go ahead and say, I'm going to put that number out there. And we don't know how the GST transition takes place. We don't know how long the economy will take to recover from that. Although we are positive about it, we are ready with it. In our terms, we are growing, we'll continue to grow. The second part, what we do is obviously a product offensive. So just around the corner is the new 5 Series launch, and I'm sure you're aware of that already, aren't you? So that's going to happen. That's a big one for us. 5 Series, if I look at it, 10 years, we've sold 66,000 products, right? Almost 30% is contributed by the 5 Series itself. So it is one of our biggest sellers, and this time we're going to redefine this segment again. It's a great package we have got, and you've got to wait till 29th of June till we declare that package.
No, I'm looking forward to that, of course, and of course I've driven the car, so I partly know
how
what you're
it is.
talking about.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
A couple of quick things now before I get to the GST conversation. What you mentioned about reaching so many more cities, 80 cities now. Let's put it into perspective, because that could be just a number for our viewers. How does that size you up in comparison to your competition?
I'm not sure how they count their number of cities or their number of outlets.
Sure,
so fine. We are looking at where the demand is.
Strength as you used to have, let's say, last year, or what does it do for you?
Okay, okay, let's have a look at it. So we were, we've been expanding our network every year, okay, but not in a rapid fashion, okay. But that's the physical network we are talking about. The outreach program has the one that we really scaled it up this year. So I think we tried it out last year. This year we're really scaling it up into 50. Yeah, that's the new thing we're doing. But the network expansion happens based on viability. So we'll get into new towns this year as well, which you normally do as the demand gets created, you start doing that.